I want to do a little comparison review of two of America's greatest rimfire rifles. You have the classic Marlin Model 60, and of course the classic Ruger 1022. Now, when you're talking semi-automatic 22 LR rifles, these are two of the top choices, honestly. And there's a lot of reasons for that. But really, which one is better? And really, that comes down to the user. What are you buying it for? What are you going to do with it? And I kind of hope this video might help somebody in choosing one. But let's start off here, I guess, talk a little bit about the Ruger 1022 here. This is kind of my custom build I've done here on this Ruger. You see here, I got the JWH exterminator bolt in there. Now, I'm kind of talk about my personal experiences with both rifles. When I first got this, I bought both these rifles brand new. Now, when I first got the Ruger 1022, I took it to the range. I put about 400 rounds in it that first day, and it worked perfect. And what I used, of course, I used the standard 10 round rotary magazine that it comes with, and I also used a Ruger BX25 magazine. And now the next time I took this gun to the range, I had nothing but problems. And after I got back home that day, turns out my extractor was already worn out after 400 rounds. So I had to replace that. But I was still having a few problems here and there. Now, what I ended up doing was I replaced the entire bolt. And that solved every problem I was having. And now this rifle works absolutely perfect. Whether it's cheap bulk ammunition or, expensive like CCI Ely Prime ammunition, it works great with all of it, which is what I needed to do. Now, my experience with the Marlin Model 60. Now, if you're looking to buy a gun and you want it to work right out of the box, like a work gun, a truck gun, a ranch gun, a farm gun, whatever you want to kind of call it. But the Marlin Model 60 is, in my opinion, perfect right out of the box. There's nothing you need to do to it. It's just going to work. Now, I know a lot of people say Marlin's quality control has kind of went down through the years. That's how you kind of get this polymer, the trigger guard here with the polymer trigger. But I have seen aluminum trigger guards with aluminum triggers. But the trigger's fine to me. But this gun is perfect right out of the box. Now, there are a few reasons right out of the box. Now, this is my custom version, so this is not what it's going to look like. But we're talking if they're both brand new right out of the box. The Marlin Model 60 is going to be more accurate. And that is because of, really, I think, two factors. You have the micro-grooved barreling, which I know a lot of people talk crap about. Now, what micro-grooved barreling is. Okay, normal rifling in a barrel is cut deep. But the micro grooves it has a lot more rifling in the barrel, but they're a lot lighter. They're not the rifling is not cut as deep down through the barrel. And now in theory, when you fire a round off and the lead is going through the barrel, it's going to cause the micro grooving is going to cause less deformation on that lead ball, and in theory make it more accurate, which I think it does work for that. Now also, this barrel is hard pinned to the receiver, and that's why when I first got, I had shot some used Marlin Model 60s and stuff, but when I first bought this rifle, right out of the box, I was amazed by the accuracy of this gun. Like, I had to intentionally miss. Like, it was hard to miss. It really was. This gun is very accurate. Now, let's go ahead and kind of talk about them a little bit. Now, originally this gun did hold 18 rounds, but I think it was due to New Jersey gun laws and the assault rifles and all that. They lowered it down to 15 rounds. Now in 1985, they did add the last round bolt hold open, which the Ruger 1022 does not have. So I really like the last round bolt hold open. Lets you know when you're out, and I really like that feature. Now, because they added this in 1985, it is possible to find some of the older models that do hold 18 rounds that do have the last round bolt hold open. I've personally only seen one of them, but I really haven't looked that hard for them. Now, this has been in continuous production since 1960. And that right there should really say a lot about it. Over 50 years, this has been in continuous production. And that's because it really is a great rifle. It's one of the most common 22 LR rifles in the world. And I really love the Marlin Model 60. So now let's kind of talk about the 1022 a little bit more. Now, the 1022 is extremely popular, and I think that's really due to its simple design, the fact that anybody can work on them. All you need is a screwdriver, a hex key, and a pin punch, and you can do anything on this rifle. That is absolutely great. Now, of course, this came out in 1960. This came out in 1964. This has been so popular, in fact. Now, Ruger does make a few different models. They make like a sporter model, a carbine model, a tactical model. I think they make like 4 different models in 22 LR. Now, also in 1999, they started making a 22 Win Mag. But for some reason in 2006, they stopped production on those. And I think I've seen a few of them at gun shows. Also in 2004, well, let's back up a little bit. In 99, when they did make this in 22 Win Mag, it won Rifle of the Year. But it still only lasted till 2006. Now, in 2004, they started introducing this rifle in 17 HMR, and they called it the 1017. And that only lasted for 2 years. In 2006, they already stopped making them. In fact, I've been really wanting to find one of those. If anyone knows where some might be, please comment below. And in 2007, they started making the little 1022 Charger pistol, but they did stop production on that for a year or two. And in 2014, they started making the Charger pistols again. That just kind of shows you how popular this rifle is, that they were branching out and making it in other calibers as well. Like I said, there's more companies making parts for this gun than there is the 1911 or the AR-15. And that's really the truth. Look it up. This is the most popular 22 LR rifle, I think, in the world. Now, there is also a full auto version of this gun that the military uses for various reasons or purposes. I've never seen one of those, but I've heard it quite a few times at gun shows and everything like that. Now, also with the Marlin Model 60, you get your standard 3/8 inch dovetail rings here. I think it's 3/8 inch dovetail rings. And of course, you get a Picatinny rail that comes with the Ruger 1022. You just have to kind of screw it in yourself. Now, the sights on the Ruger 1022 that it comes with here, you got your pop-up sights here, which are adjustable for elevation, and then you got your end sight here, which is adjustable for windage. And on your Ruger, or on your Marlin, all of the adjustments are done right here, fairly easy. But really, which one is the best rifle? Well, really that comes down to what is the best rifle for you. Are you wanting to customize your gun? Are you wanting to add stuff to it and do this or that? Then you would want the Ruger 1022. If you want a rifle right out of the box that's going to work and probably work for just about ever, and you're not going to have any problems with it, you get the Marlin Model 60. This is a great ranch gun here. Now, I've had this gun for several years now, and I've never had not one jam, not one anything. This rifle just works. It's great. Now, if you know about 1022s, and I'm sure a lot of you do, 1022s can be finicky at times. I mean, like I said, before I replaced the bolt, all I really had was trouble here and there. But once I replaced that bolt, it's perfect. Now, a lot of people, really do like the look of the, little 25 round magazine in it. Yeah, the magazine looks good. But it's kind of in the way. And they're always loose, and people are constantly having trouble with these magazines. Now, when have you heard somebody talk about with their Marlin Model 60 that they've had problems out of their tube? Now, I have a friend. We went to a gun show, and he found some of these tubes here. I think that they were used, but he had got them, I think, for like $12 a piece. And what he did was, he went ahead and loaded them up and put a piece of duct tape on the end to hold it. Then when he would run out, he would take that tube out and then take the duct tape off the end and then put the new tube in. But what he would do is kind of just let them pour in and then lock it shut. And it's kind of like a little quick load. But like I said, it really comes down to your preference. What are you wanting to do with it? If you want a rifle, you could really, in this rifle, the Marlin 60, you can find a couple different stocks. You can find a tactical stock with the adjustable. You can find it with a pistol grip, just like this one. You can even find aluminum trigger guards and triggers, but that's about it. But with the Marlin, or with the 1022, any and everything can be changed out on this gun. Like I said, there's more companies making parts for this gun than there is the AR-15. And that's just shows you how popular it is. So, choice is yours. What do you want to get out of your gun? Hope this helps. Please like, comment, and share.